guest was brought in to shake things up for the women's basketball program at Xavier. She's the 8th head coach in Musketeers history. Melanie Moore joins me tonight in the studio. Mel, thank you so much for being with us your first time here at Channel 9. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
It was great to have you here on Sports of All Sorts. All right, just about 10 days, November 7th. Utah. How quick has this thing gone since you got hired in April?
So fast. I was counting down. I was thinking about the calendar today. I'm like, we've been here for 7 months, but it feels like we just got hired yesterday. Time is flying, but we're having the time of our lives.
Speaking of that, you were just in New York. You were at the Mecca. You were at Madison Square Garden, where you guys went through Big East Media Day. You guys were picked 8th, though. 9 returners, a fresh coach with some new ideas and some new schemes. Tell me now, honestly. Just between us, there's no cameras here. You guys are being underestimated, right?
You know, that's the nice thing about this team is they have fight in them. And with 9 returners, they know the Big East better than I do right now. Obviously, I'll catch up with them from all the film I'll be watching, but they felt a little slighted. And so we use that as motivation every day of like, this is what people think of us. So we have work to do to prove everybody wrong. So it's been really great locker room material for us to get this crew going in the right direction.
Yeah, I'm sure you get a couple more suicides. You get a little more, one extra rep.
One more rep.
Yeah, one more rep. All right, Coach, what should people expect out of year one from a Mel Moore team? And when I read, you know, kind of everything that you want to do, you want to increase the tempo, right? What should people expect in year one?
Yep. So up-tempo pace, like you said, get up and down, get the ball out, and let's go. We want to try to score in the 70s as much as possible, but also play hard, play with a certain pride. You know, Xavier women's basketball has a lot of tradition. They've been to 2 Elite Eights. They have a lot of championships. They hung a lot of banners back in the day. So we want to put a product on the floor that all those alums that built this dynasty are proud of. So you're going to see a heart, a hustle back in a product that fans are excited to be around.
What should people expect out of you now? What's your style on the bench? Are you a screamer? Are you a philosophical sort like Phil Jackson? What's your style?
I'm probably a little like, let's go, you know, hype, but also calm when I need to be and just encouraging and getting this group to believe that they can do it.
How was the transition for you? I know when you come in, a lot of returners, like you mentioned, and a team that hasn't had some success since they've been to the Big East. I don't think you guys have finished higher than 7th since 2013. How was the buy-in from the program? You
know, at first change is hard, as I tell them every
Always
day.
is.
Change is hard, but it can be very good. So, you know, at first they're kind of like, who is this woman coming in here, changing everything on us? But now the buy-in has been awesome, from the seniors to the juniors to the sophomores to the freshmen. And they're just believing in what we're building and our vision for where we want this program to go. And I told them they're an important piece in building this thing. And they're that first block, that first brick that in the foundation for where we're moving forward. So it's been exciting, and they're getting after it. They're competing every day, and we're getting better.
You called this at your introductory press conference. You called this your dream job. Why is this your dream job? I mean, you've been to, you know, Michigan. You've been at some big schools, Princeton. Why is Xavier your dream job?
Yeah, Xavier, when I looked at it and the more I learned, I mean, obviously I grew up in Ohio, so I heard of Xavier, knew of Xavier. A lot of my
You're recruited
cousins
to Xavier, right?
Recruited to Xavier.
Right.
So, you know, the more I learned about it, and if you look at all my spots from Siena to Princeton to Indiana State to Dayton to Michigan, a little piece of each of those places is here at Xavier. And it just felt like home. And every day I wake up, I'm excited. I say I'm living the dream, and I'm thrilled to put that X on every morning. And now it's just getting others to believe in the vision and feel the same thing that I'm feeling.
So the people about some of your players that are coming back this year, as we mentioned, 9 returners, you got a real stud coming back too.
Yes, Ari Gray.
Yes.
Double machine. You know, when you look at what the Big East lost in last year's first team, second teams, honorable mention, a lot of those were seniors. And so I challenge Ari every day. I said, listen, you're that one player returning in the Big East that had a double-double. But guess what? Everybody knows who you are. So you got to work even harder to make that happen. So we try to challenge her every day, extend her range, extend her game as much as possible, because she's quick and athletic and can score in bunches.
Mel, I've got you here right now, and there's an issue in college basketball, women's college basketball specifically, that I think was addressed last year by Muffin McGraw, the Notre Dame women's legendary head coach. And it's an issue that, while that may have happened last year, I think it's an issue that's still ongoing. Let's roll that sound from Muffin right now.
All these millions of girls that play sports across the country, they could come out every day, and we're teaching them great things about life skills, but wouldn't it be great if we could teach them to watch how women lead? When you look at men's basketball and 99% of the jobs go to men, why shouldn't 100 or 99% of the jobs in women's basketball go to women?
Now, I've got you here. You are a women's head basketball coach. You are a woman. I'm curious, for people that look like me, my gender, what can we do to get this right? Because I agree with Muffin in a lot of what she's saying here. I don't know if all women female staffs are the answer. Where do we get this right?
I think you want the best person for the job and every job. And, you know, when I put my staff together, I kind of, females were important, but I also said, who are the right people?
Right.
And so for me to be in charge of 12 young women who have aspirations to be a coach, we have several kids on our roster that want to. So it's my job to prepare them for that, give them opportunities to lead a huddle, to get a little coaching experience on the court. But I do think we need more women. And I know our coaching association, our Women's Basketball Coaching Association, is trying to change rules where maybe young female former players can get on staffs and be another voice, another coaching spot, and so that we can get more young women to stay involved in our game and continue to grow it.
That's what I want to see. I want to see more opportunities for people that have been working for it, and not just, again, men that look like me. All right, she's Mel Moore. She is the women's head basketball coach at Xavier. November 7th, you guys open the season at Cintas Center against the Utah Utes. Mel, thank you for joining us tonight. Good luck this year.
Thank you.
Go X.
Go X.
Go Bearcats too, because this is the show in Cincinnati. You know I got to do it. We'll be right back just after the break.